Jesus. This is a horror game.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It makes me excited for what they're planning to do with the EMMI and Dread, because we already know that Samus is going to have some kind of like stealth sections, you know, in that game. There's like some kind of cloak ability. I'm into it. Oh. I made a discovery.
Ooh.
And suddenly, with all my missile tanks, I don't have enough missiles.
Yeah.
What's your guess for what this boss is going to give me? It's okay if you don't get this one.
Yeah. I'm bad at these things. I don't know. I'll be interested to see.
There we go.
Plasma beam ability recovered. Beam now pierces enemies. Okay.
It also pierces foliage, which means I'll have a much easier time getting out of it.
Exactly.
But in terms of lore, we now have power again.
Yeah.
So that's how it actually helped us.
Good.
And just from an aesthetic perspective, I think Plasma Beam looks much better than the nasty purple shit I was shooting before.
Right.
So, we're learning a bit more about this station than the computer would like us to.
Yeah.
I'm just going straight through that room, okay? That was not my intention, but all right. And we're going to learn yet more secrets about the station. That's kind of like the next big reveal I think we're going to have. Much like real life and the companies that are involved in it, DSL's not really on the up and up. Kind of doing some shady shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, my second row of health.
There you go.
All right, what do you have to say, computer?
What? What? No. You restored plasma beam functionality? Most unexpected. Even so, continue to avoid the SAX. It, too, may be stronger.
That was weird. It's almost like he sounded disappointed or something that we got stronger.
Right. And you still lack a few abilities crucial to survival. Wait a second. More trouble. Hold on. I've isolated the cause. There's been an explosion in the ARC data room. Samus, go to Sector 5. Is your objective clear? I think I see where this is going. I think I see this. The damage is staggering. Find out what's causing it.
I actually think the boss that I'm about to encounter here is kind of overrated. I don't particularly care for his design or anything about him. But what I do care about is what's happened to Sector 5.
Right.
Because it is totally different now.
It's gotten worse. The damage seems to have been caused by a creature kept here by the researchers, who named it the Nightmare. Apparently, it was a biomechanical organism designed for military applications.
Why are we building military applications on a biological research vessel?
Right.
It's almost like this is actually a military vessel.
Exactly. It possesses uncommon power and can manipulate gravity. We must assume that it's become an X-host. We have no choice. You must find it and defeat it. I can't confirm the location. The This thing is out of control. Hurry before it destroys the entire station. Ooh,
Okay. So it's a little fucked up.
It was a little fucked up, yeah.
So this is the place that was frozen before.
Mm-hmm.
So this is now a second water stage,
Ooh.
essentially.
Damn Exxon.
What's a greater threat, the X-Parasites or Exxon Mobil Corporation?
It's a toss-up.
That's why we like power bombs. See, I think they were trying a little bit too hard to make a horror villain for this boss, personally.
And don't look too good.
But yeah, I never thought this guy was all that appealing. He's fine. His gravity stuff's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm much more afraid of the SAX than I am of this thing. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. Which is great because, the SAX is much smaller than this, and yet, you're exactly right. Far more threatening. Just like in that Natalie Portman movie.
You're probably not the first person to compare Fusion to Annihilation.
Yeah. That's a movie that came out a couple years after Arrival. Two films featuring a red-headed female scientist meeting aliens. One of those films is really, really, really good. The other film
Is Annihilation.
is Annihilation.
So here's a slight suit improvement. I like purple and green better than yellow and green.
Yeah.
And so this is what Gravity Suit does. Water doesn't slow me down anymore.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that means I can now speed boost in water. Apparently I'm going to use it right away. I will say one thing that I'm not super crazy about is, as much as I do enjoy the look at what the stage is versus what happens to it later kind of thing.
Right.
A lot of the map is no longer accurate.
That
Which,
is true.
it makes sense from a story perspective, but it's not great from a gameplay perspective. I think this is the part where it is now physically impossible for me to get back up to the elevator that I used.
Huh.
And so we have a new event that's going to take place.
Mm-hmm.
This is our first moment of going directly from one sector to another without using the elevator.
Yeah.
So I'm now at the bottom of Sector 4. I just went really far right.
Yeah. I like that.
So here's what the depths of Sector 4 look like, which we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
It's very aquatic.
It's funny, water sections in games in general tend to be, at least from what I've seen, some of the, least well received,
Well, people just don't like being slow.
Right,
I get
exactly.
that. And I'm actually not slow here.
Right, because you have the gravity suit.
Because I have the gravity suit.
Which has the same capabilities as the suit that you buy from the Metro Kingdom shop. Makes you twice as fast.
We might as well go for fashion. And everybody knows that fashion makes you twice as fast.
Ooh. Look at this. So you'll find that I'm locked in the level 4 security room by accident. Super, super far depths of the station right now.
Yeah.
I haven't been told I can do this, but I'm locked in this room. Only one way to get out. I'm sure the computer will have no problem with the fact that I opened level 4 hatches without asking.
Absolutely.
I think that's a really cool moment. It's like, it puts you in a situation where you as the player have to actively decide to open the door. So it's not like, it's a cutscene or something where you're like, Samus, what are you doing? Like, no, you actually took that action.
Yeah.
But obviously it's going to go over about as well as you think it will. Mm-hmm. What are these blocks? Missile blocks, perfect. Hey. Okay, so explanation time. Mm-hmm. There's a lot going on here, and I want to kind of explain what's happening because I want to show you something cool.
Okay.
But it's not straightforward. So, in this next room, the data room that I'm next to, is an upgrade that I need to pick up in order to proceed. So thinks the game.
Okay.
If you are really, really, really good at speed boosting and maintaining it for a long time, you can essentially take the speed boost, and if you're that good, you can break through some speed blocks and get to this point without needing to go through the door. And just so you know, what's through the door is diffusion missiles. It lets me freeze things that I can't get a clear shot on. That's how I'm supposed to get out of this section.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, again, I'm not supposed to be able to get a clear shot on these guys, and I'm not supposed to be able to get out of here without getting diffusion missiles. But if I am really, really good, I can just barely squeeze a missile in here, I think.
Wow.
So, I don't have the upgrade I'm supposed to have. So check out what happens when you go to the navigation room.
Samus, I'm impressed that you were able to make it back. That trick with the Shine Spark was very ingenious.
So it thinks that I use the super long maintaining speed boost thing to then Shine Sparks when you do the rocket move, to break through the blocks, because Nintendo was not aware that you could clip a missile through there, but they were aware you could get around the data room other ways. So that's the thing he gives me.
Nice.
That's our Samus Aran. Magnificent. Truly magnificent. As a reward, let's fill her in on our plan. Computer?
That is not advisable.
Bah.
No more joking. Samus, get back on task. I wonder how many players will see this message. Ooh, I like that.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And he never unlocks the door. He will not let me leave until I go get diffusion.
Yeah.
So, very, very cool. I love that little secret in the game. It's funny, my little missile trick is so much easier than the thing they think you have to do to get to that point.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show that it sort of proves my point in something that I have to say to my comment section a lot, which is like, just because there's something in the game that is like appears glitchy, doesn't mean that the developers put it in there on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, oversights happen all the time. This is a perfect example. They knew that the Shine Spark trick was a thing and decided to leave it in the game for the cool factor. But you know what's more cool? The fact that you can just clip a missile in there.
Yeah,
but they didn't know that was a thing. Nice.
There you go.
Okay, so all of that was non-canon, technically.
Right.
Let's get back into the main story here. So once again, I'm not supposed to have access to red doors. I went out of the way and opened them without permission. And I also know nothing about being sent diffusion missiles. He hasn't said a thing about diffusion missiles. So that's going to come into play here.
Nice.
And this is what diffusion missiles actually do. They just, it's that. Lets me have like a wider berth for freezing.
You upgraded your missiles? That's unusual. There was no word from HQ. A procedural error, I'm sure. Even so, I did not approve of bypassing security level 4. From now on, you will use more discretion. In any case, Samus, Do you remember the security robot you faced earlier? I believe the X have infected it. That is to say, they have claimed the organic components that form his neural network. It has entered Sector 6. Knock. I don't know what it's planning, but let's not wait to find out. Samus, you know what to do. Sector 6, quickly.
So he was not happy, but he quickly glossed over the diffusion missile thing. Not like, procedural error. You know, those darn procedural errors.
Yeah.
You know how they are. So clearly we have not heard the last of that.
The security robot seems to have gotten much stronger. This worries me. Be careful. But we have another problem. Once you're done, leave Knock immediately. The SAX is tracking you.
You think?
Right? Again, don't stay longer than you must. Understood?
It's like, how adept are you at picking up on context clues? Not very? Alright, I'll fill you in.
Sure.
The SAX is looking for you. So, give me your impressions on what you think is going on in the story right now.
Right.
Actually, maybe I should share this with you before you make your claims.
Go ahead.
Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning, no entry without authorization.
Mm-hmm.
Warning, no entry.
So, now go ahead and
Right.
let me know.
Warning, no entry.
Well, I mean, it seems pretty evident that the computer is starting to kind of work against us.
Right.
That's
It's a little
kind of obvious.
It's a little 2001 going on.
Yeah.
But why though? I wonder why.
Yeah. If it's, on the station, that was built by the corporation, with the military contracts and whatever.
I get what you're saying,
Right.
but Samus is employed by the military.
Right.
They could just say, "Hey, we're making weapons on the station. It's top secret. Don't
Yeah.
tell anybody."
Yeah.
Like, at a certain point, you have to be like, "All right, we'll fill you in." But they're not doing that.
Right.
It's almost like they think Samus won't like something she finds here.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Cool. Okay. So this X gives me Wave Beam. If you have knowledge from previous Metroid games, you know that Wave Beam's gimmick is that it goes through walls.
Excellent. I was going to inquire when the going through walls ability was going to be gained.
And they even show you here in case you don't know. It's like, you want that so bad. There's clearly no way to do it.
Yeah.
And so it's like, hey, just so you know, you can open doors from the wrong way with Wave Beam now. So, if you're a curious player, you just saw something big and glowing and just begging for attention. So you're gonna take the Wave Beam back to this room, and we're gonna see what all this top secret shit's about.
Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning, no entry without authorization. Warning, no entry without authorization.
What could the military be doing on this station that Samus wouldn't like?
All right.
Warning, no
They're breeding Metroids!
That's what I figured.
They're breeding Metroids.
Yeah.
Although, There's someone else on this station that doesn't care for Metroids.
Fire alert.
Yep, yep.
Sector will soon be locked down. 60 seconds to isolation lockdown.
Ooh. Getting into deep shit now. I love it.